Hi guys, Dave Waring here with digitalbrainbase.com, and today I'm pleased to show you the digital brain that I built for myself using Open WebUI. I'm also going to walk you through how I set it up step by step so you can stop using corporate-owned digital brains like ChatGPT and start using your own digital brain instead. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we go. You can see my digital brain here that I built using Open WebUI, and as you can see, it looks very similar to ChatGPT, but with one huge difference, which is that I own and control everything that you see here on the screen, and if I want to run this 100% private, I don't even need an internet connection to do it. I can keep everything, all my personal data and sensitive information here on my computer instead of sending it to a big tech company. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask a question here. Please give me a meal idea for my kids that is simple, easy, and healthy. As you can see, I'm still not connected to the internet here. And here it is, giving me that meal idea that's coming 100% from my computer and the things that I've installed here instead of sending my question out on the internet to a big tech company. Another thing that's super cool is I'm not limited to any one model. I've downloaded several other models, and I can really download and own and control any open source model that's available on the internet. So for example, if I didn't like the answer that Gimmo was giving me for this particular query, or it's too slow, etc., there's different trade-offs depending on the model, I could ask Phi 3. So here we go with that model. You can see that I changed it right here. And this model is a little slower because it's bigger. But there you go. That's also coming from my computer without any connection to the internet. But if I do want to use faster models, or I want to use some of the closed source models like those from OpenAI, I can do that. I have to turn back on my internet connection in this case, connect back to the internet, refresh the page here. And now you see in my drop down, I have tons of different models because I've hooked up to a hosting provider called Grok that hosts these open source models on their servers, so I can access them with much greater speed. So Llama 70B is a very, very large model. It's a 70 billion parameter model versus the 2 and 3 billion parameter models that I was using before. And if I downloaded this model onto my computer, it would run very slow, if at all. But here, because I've got it hooked up to Grok through the internet, you can see how fast that is. That's really even faster than ChatGPT. And I can even use, if I really like the OpenAI models, there they are. I've got those hooked up with the API, so I can ask OpenAI, same question, and there you go, fast and easy. So it really gives me the control that I want to use any model that I want, any intelligence that I want, really, I should say, with my digital brain, that artificial intelligence, from anywhere, while still maintaining a great degree of ownership and control over the data that I'm. And if everything I've shown you so far isn't awesome enough, I've even done everything that I've showed you here except the GPT-4 model from OpenAI. I've hooked all that up and I'm using it 100% free with no strings attached. So let's look at how I set it up. Okay guys, so I've switched over to my wife's computer, which doesn't have any of the software on it, so I can show you exactly how to set this up step by step. You just need a couple pieces of software, both of which are completely 100% free, no strings attached, and to run one command on your computer. And these are steps that anyone can follow regardless of technical experience. So the first software that we need is called Docker. If you go to docker.com, it'll detect the type of computer you're on, and you can select there to download it. Docker is basically a piece of software that makes it easier to run other types of software without having to do any coding or setup. It just makes it really easy and fast to get up and running. So once that's downloaded, you'll find that in your download files, and you just click on it to install it and run it just like you would any other application that you're running on a Mac. Similar process if you're running on Windows, just whatever the standard process is. Whenever you download any software. Okay, and then once that's downloaded, we want to go to our applications, find it, and go ahead and start it up. Yes, we'll open that up. So just go ahead and use the recommended settings here. And we can skip all this. We don't need to do any of that. And we've got Docker up and running on our computer right here now, you can see. Next step is we're installing a software called Ollama. Ollama is an open source piece of software that allows you to run all the different AI models that I showed you previously in this video. So just download it. Detects again what type of computer I'm on. It's got Windows and Linux there if you're on another type of computer. I'm just going to go to our downloads again and open this up and do the exact same process that you would when you're downloading any other types of software. You can see now it's been downloaded, so we can click on it. Yes. Move to applications, so it's in our applications folder. And just click on the install here. And just click finish there. Okay, and now once we've done that, we see that we have both Ollama and Docker up and running on our computer, and we can go to the last step. And that last step is getting Open WebUI installed on the computer. And this is the most technical part, but stay with me because it doesn't matter your level of technical expertise, anyone can follow this. So we're going to go to docs.openwebui.com/getting started. I'll include a link to this in the description section wherever you're watching this video. And we're going to copy this snippet right here by just clicking the copy button. And then we're going to open up the terminal application on our computer. Whether that's a Windows or a Mac, it's called terminal on both. And there it is. And we are just going to paste that right here and click enter. And that is going to install Open WebUI on our computer. And once that's done, we just have to sign in and we're off to the races. So we'll give that a minute to finish up and we'll be right back. Okay, and now that that's downloaded, we're going to open up Google Chrome and go to localhost 3000. And you might say, Dave, I thought, we didn't have to be connected to the internet to do this, and you don't. I'm actually not connected to the internet right now. And if I try and go to a website, you'll see no internet. So this is accessing the local resources through the software that we downloaded onto our computer. And even when we sign up for this new account, it is going to save all of this on our local computer. It's not going out to the internet. So sign up here and create an account. And now I've logged in and I get this initial screen with just some of the things that they've added to the software recently. I click OK, let's go. And here I am. But there is one last step, which is I need to add the intelligence. Right now, I don't have any AI models downloaded onto my computer, so I need to download the models that I want to use along with this digital brain that I've just set up using Open WebUI. Okay, and this is where Ollama comes in really handy. So we're going to have to turn our internet back on to download the models onto our computer. And we're going to go to ollama.com. And here's the models tab that they have that shows you, I think there's hundreds of models here. There's just page after page of them. And you can click into each of the AI models to learn about them. Here's Llama 3.1, which is an open source model family from Meta. And you can read about that, the sizes, all the evaluations, etc. But for the purposes of this video, just to get you started, I recommend starting with the Gemma or Gemma. I actually don't even know how to pronounce that. Gemma 2 model, the 2 billion parameter model, because it'll run on pretty much any computer. Some of these bigger models, they're either going to run very, very slow on the average computer or not at all. So this is a good one just to get started with and start playing around with it. And you can see if you scroll down the page here, you can see this command right here, Ollama run Gemma2 2B, to get this 2 billion parameter model that I was showing you at the beginning of this video. And you go right here and you just paste that in and you pull it and it starts downloading it from the Ollama backend that we downloaded. So that's where this Ollama software comes in. It gives you access to download hundreds of different open source AI models to add the intelligence component of our digital brains. Okay, now that that's downloaded, we can start using that model along with our digital brain. But before we do, let's go ahead and turn off the internet so we can prove that this is now 100% under my ownership and control on my computer with no internet connection needed. So give me a short poem that I can give to my wife. And there you go. We're now up and running with our own digital brain, complete with the ability to download and control whatever open source AI models for the intelligence portion of our digital brain that we'd like. Now, depending on the power of your computer, you may be able to run larger models locally without an internet connection, but it can get pretty expensive, and the machinery that you need to run some of these larger models is not something that the traditional consumer laptops currently are very good at. So if you do want to try out some of the more powerful models, then I recommend checking out Grok. It's Groq with a Q, not a K. The K one is Elon Musk's AI through Twitter or X. This is different from that. And what Grok does is they host all the main big open source models on their servers and allow you to access their inference, which comes at a super fast speed. And when you're accessing as an individual, it's basically free. They have a free tier and I use it all the time, and I haven't run up against any of the rate limits that have required me to pay. So it seems like at least for now, you can use this along with your digital brain completely for free. Okay, so now let's look at how to set this up. For some reason, I wasn't able to get the Grok API to work without doing the OpenAI API first in the OpenWebUI interface. So, but that's also free to set up. So if you haven't got an account already, go ahead over to openai.com and set up an account. It's free. You just click sign up there. I already have an account, so I'm going to sign in. And then once you're signed in, you want to search API and go to the introduction page here and go down to API keys. You can also just go to, once you've signed in, platform.openai.com/API keys. And we're going to create a new secret key here. Give it a name. I'll call it OpenWebUI. Create, and then just click Create Secret Key. It's going to ask you to verify if you're human. And now you've got your secret key. So once you have that, don't share that with anyone. I'm going to delete this one when I'm done. You don't want anybody to be able to use your API. And then we're going to go back over to OpenWebUI. We're going to click on our name here in the lower left-hand corner. We're going to click Admin Panel and then Settings. And then we're going to go down to Connections. And we're going to paste that OpenAI key that we just generated. Yours will be blank here. If you haven't set this up yet, you paste that right there. Then you click Save here at the bottom. And if that's working, when we click the chat button here and then go to Select Model, we should see the GPT models, which is all OpenAI's models here. And if we disconnect from the internet, and we refresh, we see that those go away, and the only model that's showing is the model that we downloaded on our computer and that we were using before. And now we're ready to go ahead, back over to Grok and set up the Grok API. Okay, so if you don't already have a Grok account, just sign up. It's free. click sign in right here, and then click start building. And the first thing that we're going to do is go to documentation, and we're going to scroll down to where it says requesting your first chat completion. We're going to want to make sure that curl is selected here, and then we're going to copy this URL right here, but only up to the point where it says v1 /. We're going to leave off this chat completions part. We're going to copy that, and then we're going to go back over to the admin panel in our Open WebUI interface. We're going to click this plus sign right here beside the OpenAI key that we just set up, and we're going to paste this link that we just copied from Grok here where it says API base URL. Now, once we've done that, we're going to go back over to Grok. We're going to click API keys, create new API key, give it a name. Don't share this with anyone. I'm going to delete this one once I'm done here. And go back to, once we've copied that and click done, go back to the admin panel and paste that API key right here. Click save here at the bottom right-hand corner. And now when we go to create a new chat in Open WebUI and we click select model, we'll see a bunch of other models besides the GPT models here, including all the big open source models from Meta, which are the state-of-the-art competitors to closed source models like OpenAI's GPT. So there we go. Now we can chat with, let's use this Llama 370B model. Give me a meal idea for my kids that's simple and healthy. Bang. And there you go. That's coming from Grok, and you saw how fast that was. And if we again disconnect from the internet and refresh the page here, go to new chat, and we'll see that only the model that we downloaded on the computer is available now, and we can run this still completely offline. Tell me a joke. See what it comes up with here. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Okay, so we're all set up with our own personal digital brain that runs locally on our laptop that we own and control using Open WebUI. And we've really just scratched the surface here. There's so much you can do with Open WebUI to make your digital brain more powerful. You can customize your own model. You can upload different models, like train them different ways. You can have your own prompt templates and use prompt templates from other people that use the Open WebUI software and that they've created in their community. There's tools you can build on top of this and use tools that other people have built as well through the community. Functions are a way that you can execute programs, like if you've heard of agent capabilities, those types of things. I mean, this software can really do it all, and it's getting better and better all the time. But there's two more quick things that I want to show you before we sign off here to really help you make full use of your digital brain, and those are adding the ability to search the web with your digital brain and adding the ability to access this locally running digital brain, this Open WebUI workspace that runs on your laptop over the internet securely from your mobile phone. So you can have everything that we've set up here running on your computer at home. And then when you're on the go, you can take your digital brain with you through a secure connection connecting to your local machine at home. And again, this is for free and can be done regardless of technical ability. So let's take a look. Okay, so to set up our digital brain built using Open WebUI to search the internet, we're going to Google Programmable Search Engine and go to this site right here and click Get Started. If you don't have a Google account already, you'll be prompted to sign up for one. And once you sign in, you're going to see this page right here. We're going to click Add. We're going to name the search engine. And then we're going to select search the entire web. We're going to turn on image search. We're going to click I'm not a robot and then click create. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this series of numbers and letters right here behind where it says CX equals. And we're going to copy that. And then we're going to come back over to our Open WebUI and we're going to click on our name and go to Admin Panel Settings. And then we're going to click on Web Search. We're going to enable this if it's not enabled already. And then we're going to drop down, select Google_PSE, which stands for Programmable Search Engine. And we're going to paste that search engine ID series of letters and numbers that we just copied right there. And then we're going to go back to our programmable search engine. We're going to click Customize. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says Programmatic Access. We're going to click Get Started, and then we're going to generate our API key. And again, don't share this with anyone, and I'm going to delete this one when I'm done with this video. Select whatever, my first project is fine here. Click Next, and then click Show Key, and copy that, and click Done, and then go back to your Open WebUI, and paste that API key right here. And then click Save. Now, we should be all set here. And if we go back to Open WebUI and select a model, and we say, please give me the latest polls for the US presidential race, which is happening right now as I'm recording this video, it will say I'm unable to provide real-time information. But if we click this plus sign and click web search and then ask the exact same question, now it's searching the web, and it's not only going to give us what it believes the answer to this question is, but it's also going to give us the sources that we can click on to go and see more about where it's gotten that information from. So now we're all set up to search the web, and we can move on to the final step, which is to access all of this via our mobile phones. Okay, so to do that, we're going to go to ngrok.com, and ngrok allows us to set up a gateway to our local machine that we can access securely over the internet. So we can use our OpenWebUI driven digital brain on our mobile phones. So sign up for a free account. Okay, I'm already signed up, so it's going to take me to the connection page. I'm going to click download here. It's going to detect the type of computer that I have. I'm going to click download here, save that to my downloads. And once that's downloaded, I'm going to copy this command right here. I'm going to go back to my terminal and paste it there. It's going to ask me for my computer password. And once I enter that password, it's going to ask me if it's okay to give terminal access to the downloads folder, and I'll click allow there. And now it has extracted that file, and I'm going to run this command here, copying this, go back to the terminal, run this command, and it says the authentication token has been saved to the configuration file, so I'm all done here. Now, I need to scroll down, and right here where it says under Deploy Your App Online, now I'm going to copy this and go back to my terminal. I'm going to paste that there, but I'm going to change this to from 8080 to localhost 3000. Okay, now I have ngrok up and running on my computer. I can go here to the endpoints page, and now this is the link that I can now use to access my OpenWebUI digital brain running on my laptop through a secure connection via my mobile phone. So let's do that now. I'm going to copy this link and email it to myself so I can open it on my mobile phone. Okay, so here I am on my iPhone, and here's the link that I emailed to myself, the ngrok link. And if I click on this, you'll see that it brings up my OpenWebUI interface to sign into. And I click sign in there, and I've now logged in. And you can see that the chats I was doing before are here on my mobile device because I'm accessing my OpenWebUI that's running on my laptop. So here's the same chats that I was just showing you on my desktop. And now if we select a model, tell me a joke. There we go. Why do skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. These are definitely dad joke types. Okay, I hope you're as excited as I am to now have your own digital brain so that we can stop using corporate-owned digital brains like ChatGPT and start using our own digital brains instead. I'll be creating more videos like this in the future, so if you're interested in learning more about the more advanced features of OpenWebUI as well as seeing how I'm using my digital brain, like and subscribe on the platform where you're watching this video. And if you're interested in taking really deep dives and following along the complete process as I go about building my own digital brain, I've created a free community where I'm sharing all of the things that you've seen here and more. And I'd love it if you join me at digitalbrainbase.com. And I've included a link to that site in the description section. Hope to see you there soon. And thanks for watching.